There are some things every heroic Brit should do before they die. A wilderness trek to see the Aurora Borealis. Husky sled along a frozen river with a real-life Eskimo. And the most daring of them all, have a go on the Winter Wipeout course. Probably best leave this one till last, actually. Tonight, 20 brave battlers, including a grave digger, a pet detective and a whiskey taster, will take on the wintry winds. 19 will leave empty-handed. Just one will be crowned champion and limp off with £10,000. Let the big freeze begin. Welcome to Winter Wipeout. This show makes me proud. Proud to play a part, however small, in a show which celebrates ordinary Brits doing extraordinary and sometimes painful things. But I think everyone knows who suffers the most. It's me. For close to an hour every week I have to sit here on this stool and talk a bit. Lower back support is non-existent, my coffee is frequently too milky, and some of the words are really hard to say, like qualifier. That's a tricky one, and I have to say it loads. Anyway, on with the People's Show, and here's what today's Peoples will face. The qualifier, a hard word to say. Ski lift, a hard game to play. Winter Blunderland, hardly a walk in the park. And the Wipeout Zone, hardest to say, even harder to win. I don't really know why they've cut back to me again. Do I usually do a bit here?
Yep, every week.
All right, okay, well, hello. And then is it normally something about Amanda and the first contestant or something?
Well, there are many outfits that I like to wear when I'm exercising. My leotard, my running vest, my hard hat, but never my Japanese headband. Sean, what is with the headband?
I do judo. I got this in Japan.
You do realise you've got a big red ball on your headband, don't you?
Exactly. Hopefully I'm not going to kind of face plant onto it like that.
28-year-old judo champion Sean is the first to tackle today's qualifier. Where's your lucky headband gone? Yep, got that. Okay. Sean's off and making her way to today's first obstacle. She is venturing into snowman's land. Many have suffered at the hands of the snowman splat. There we go. As well as being a judo champion, Sean is also a supply teacher. There you see, playground duty. Good practice. Well recovered though, and on to the second set. Here we go. Oh no! Oh.
I don't think that was a judo move.
Yeah, a move it was. Judo it wasn't. So she's up, just about, and on to the next obstacle. It is Granny's house. Granny's a bit grouchy. It's pension day and there was a massive queue at the post office. Always puts her in a bad mood. She really doesn't like visitors. Let's see how Sean gets on with her. Looks wary. Go. Ooh. 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 Japanese for help there, I think. It's not over yet. Still got Tevez the dog and Granny's back door. Safety past Tevez. And the door too, very rarely seen. Making good time here, which is just as well as only the fastest 12 will qualify for the next round, remember. But the next obstacle's a biggie. Well, it's 4 biggies. It's the big red balls, preceded by the Travelator, which moves at a steady Argentine pace of 0.6 miles an hour. She's on. Can the Japanese-loving judo champ join the elite ball crossers club? Here we go. Oh.
Ooh. Yep, I don't think that was judo either.
Hopefully I'm not going to kind of face plant onto it like that.
You did, Sean.
Face plant.
No, exactly like that. Just like you're practicing. So it's a swim to the ladder for Saki Sean before facing the final obstacle. It won Argentine Sculpture of the Year award. Months of chiselling, sanding and shaving to produce 2 wobbly logs and a bit in the middle that turns. As far as I can see, Sean, meet the log jam. Sit, stay on, keep hold of that grip thing there. No. Shame. With a slightly damp ego and a very sore head, Saki Shan climbs to the finish in a very reasonable 3 minutes, 15 seconds.
What happened to your lucky headband?
I thought I was going to lose it straight away. I couldn't risk losing it.
This is Lawrence. He's a driving instructor. Aye, but wait for it. He's also a ballet dancer. Yes. He's volunteering to do this. We didn't make him.
No mirrors, no signal, just manoeuvre.
Yeah, I never had to do that in my driving test. Things do change, don't they? Here we go. Oh, hold on. He wasn't kidding, was he? Look at this. What? Hang on a second. He'll need his eyes on the road for this one, but... Oh, that's one minor fault. Should have anticipated that pie. Oh. How's he still on his feet? He's not. He is. Watch out for the dog and the dog. Oh, this is... I can't... Oh. Right, big ball time. He's been light on his feet so far, but can he jete over these monsters? Moment of commitment. This is... Oh. Hang on. He's on the second ball. That is some balance going on. 3, 4. Oh, yeah, this could be amazing. And this is amazing. First ball crosser of the day. Certainly setting the standard now. Can he keep his dignity on a log jam? Oh. See, one thing goes well, the other... Oh. I think his engine might be flooded. And it appears they don't teach swimming at ballet class, unfortunately. Come on, Lawrence. The clock is ticking and you're doing so well. That's it. Back on full throttle. Yes. Yes, he's done it. Ballet driver Lawrence finishes in a pretty speedy 2 minutes, 26 seconds, which is rather impressive.
You crossed the big Red Bull choice.
Yes. So pleased about that.
Well done. We'll see you later, darling. Pirouette that way.
Oh,
There he goes.
taxi.
It's a rubbish pirouette. I can do better than that.
This is 31-year-old Jodie from Boscombe. She's digging. A gardener. On minimum wage. Am I right? Did I get it?
I've actually bought you a little gift. Really? It's from a coffin. I thought you might like it.
I'm creeped out. Is anyone else? Whose coffin's that come from?
I'm going to bury this cause or I'm going to die trying.
That's the spirit. Please don't. There's a lot of forms. It turns out Jodie is a third-generation gravedigger, which is pretty impressive. Yeah, she's also pretty quick. Look at that. Not sure how Granny's going to feel about gravediggers, though. She might be... Yeah, she's not going to like that.
Oh, no.
That's thorough. Don't even mention cemeteries. Back up the steps for more of Granny's goodness. That was pure badness. Jodie's not good with doors. More used to lids, I guess. Onto the logs, and Joe Diggity is wrestling with the red flippy bit. Onto the second log. One last gasp, and she could be resting in peace for eternity. No, 6 feet under. Still, after a death-defying run, Joe Diggity reaches the end in 3 minutes, 23. Next, it's trainee teacher Amy. She loves bobsleigh, and today she's brought her lucky charm, which is an egg.
Kia, is this the same egg that you bring everywhere with you?
It is.
How long have you had this for?
Quite a while.
Oh, don't kiss it. That thing must honk.
Who wants to kiss my lucky egg?
Anyone?
Excuse me, sorry, no eggs are allowed on the course.
Thanks, lovely.
There you go. Egg, please. Spoiling everyone's fun as usual. Good egg Amy is off. Here we go. Oh, hello. She's nifty. Ow! Great reflex. Can she do this again? Wow. Yes, she can.
Wow. Wow.
Keep this up and she'll be sailing through to the next round. Oh.
No!
Joe's back up the steps for a second dose. Tevez dodged. Ooh, amazing door ducking.
Oh, yes! Excellent!
Good Egg Amy is flying through this qualifier. But it's not over yet, just a logjam to go. Make or break now. Oh, it's break. Yeah. Even so, Good Egg Amy reaches the finish in a time of 2 minutes and 30 seconds, just 4 seconds slower than ballet driver Lawrence. This is Aaron. He's a phlebotomist. And that's got nothing to do with bottoms. I don't know what's... yeah, it means he takes blood. Oh, he's supposed to be a vampire.
I don't think I can go any further, actually, without asking you about your choice of attire, because I'm not exactly sure where to look right now.
Stacey? Oh, this is awkward. All round. Oh, cover yourself up, man. It's winter. That's better. Okay, Speedy Pants Aaron on the balls. Here he goes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, disappointing. Superb effort there, with a rare reverse head scrape to the fourth ball. Seldom seen. Aaron now tackling the logs. Look, his grip is tighter than his pants. Just about holding on. Can he make it to the second log? Yes, good crash landing. Definitely had to impress. No, got dumped. Still, with a time of 2 minutes 20, Speedy Pants Aaron jumps to the top of the snowboard. This is Sam, and she is a real-life pet detective. No Ace Ventura, is she?
Right, Sam, so let's say my chihuahua, whose name is Hammond, by the way. So let's say Hammond goes missing while doing his business in the front garden. What would you do?
My first question is, do you actually want Hammond back? Or are you quite glad to see him go?
No, I love Hammond. I'll have him back.
Whoa! Hammond? Amanda's got a dog called Hammond. My name is Hammond. Well, what a coincidence. This is incredible. Right, this dog has to be found. I'm going to organise a search party. I need a posse and one of those whistles that you can't hear. Do they even work? How do you know? Let's unleash Sam on the snowmen. Yeah. Oh, there. It's funny, that is the second scissor split of the day. Feels fashionable today. So can this pet detective sneak her way past Granny's house? No, she can't. At all. Sam Ventura once climbed Kilimanjaro. Now she's about to climb 4 killer balls. Here we go. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, good effort. Soaring high like someone's missing budgerigar or parrot. Logjam then. Here we go. Oh, yeah, getting a closer look at log 2. Come on now, Sam. Doing very well to get up onto her feet and stay there. Will she be the first to clear the logs today? Yes, she's done it. 4 minutes, 6 seconds might not be the fastest time of the day, but it could still see her through. Time for a snowboard. Speedy Pants Aaron whoops into first place with ballet driver Lawrence second and Good Egg Amy in third. Sake Shan's got a judo hold on fourth, whilst Joe Diggity digs down in fifth, and Sam Ventura's propping up the bottom in sixth. Nothing. Nobody's seen Amanda's dog. Nobody's even heard of Amanda's dog. One little old lady suggested it was all a wild goose chase, until I pointed out I'm looking for a dog. And to make matters worse, I've sustained an injury. I've got a paper cut putting these posters up. Look, that's blood. Oh, it must have dropped off. I think I need medical attention for this. As luck would have it, the next 3 competitors are all medical professionals. 52-year-old Sylvia is a nurse from Norwich.
Sylvia, did you get on the wrong coach at the airport?
No, I found the correct coach straight away. I'm very sensible.
Ben's 26 and works as an ambulance operations manager in Hornchurch. Scary.
If you were to win here today, what would you do with the money?
I'd treat my mum. Yeah,
Are we a bit of a mummy's boy?
I am very much a mummy's boy, yeah.
And Chris, a 24-year-old junior doctor in Stockport.
Do the ladies let Dr. Chris?
I think they do, yeah. I think everyone has a bit of a soft spot for man wearing a stethoscope, maybe.
Okay, good bedside manner. Yeah, terrible dancing. Yeah, don't do that. So, who is the perkiest practitioner? Sensible nurse Sylvie's first on the scene. Oh, comes a cropper on the snowmen. Better dial 999. Blue light Ben's there in a flash and doing better. Oh, ooh. Ooh, oh, that looked painful. Doctor?
Doctor who? It's Dr. Chris, and I'm here to get your heart racing.
No, please don't. I'm on tablets. I'm not supposed to. Dr. Smooth is looking good, actually. Oh, I prescribe a healthy dose of Granny's House for him. Yeah, when I say healthy, I mean unhealthy.
Granny doesn't like doctors for some reason.
Just don't get us started. Second set of snowmen for sensible nurse Sylvia, taking it steady. Oh, ow. Blue light Ben, making a house call. Oh, I like his approach. And it nearly worked. Paging Dr. Smooth to the big ball ward. Oh, crashed in.
Doctor who?
Ben's turn now. Oh, can he? Oh. Steady, Ben. Yes, could he be the second ball crosser of the day? No. Sensible nurse Sylvia on the logs. Off the logs, that is not standard operating procedure. Dr. Smooth now, looking faster. Oh. Yeah, might want to get that looked at. Now prognosis is looking good. One more jump and he'll get the all clear. Yes, a very quick 2 minutes 11 seconds. Just what the doctor ordered. Well done, team. Next is student Natalie. She loves to dance in a traditional Ukrainian style.
Get it? Ukrainian style.
And in a Rochdale accent, unless I'm much mistaken. And she's off. Look at those Rochdalian legs go. Ow! Oh, she kissed the snowman. Probably a national tradition. Here she goes again. Granny's house. Granny speaks fluent Ukrainian, but prefers sign language. Yeah, I think Natalie got the message. Onto the logjam now. Natalie claims that because of her Ukrainian shape, she can chop logs with her calves. This should be interesting. Certainly crunching those calves into action there. Preparing for the final jump. Here we go. She's gonna do it. Yes! Yeah, no. Despite that fall, Rochdalian Natalie finishes in 2 minutes 44. Not bad.
I still can't breathe. I'm that much out of breath and probably that unfit as well.
This is John from Edinburgh. He's a whiskey blender and he knows his whiskey.
Slanger.
Launcher.
Bless you. Oh, he's heading for the sideboard. Watch out for the crystal decanter there. It's just...
So tell me, how is being a whiskey blender going to help you out there today?
Well, primarily it's all in the nose.
I think you're drunk.
You're not wrong. Like a good drum, I'm going to be balanced, smooth and dry to the end. And I don't take my whiskey with ice.
Puts on his whiskey goggles. Ah, whiskey vision. Handy. Heading straight for last orders. Oh, hang on, that's pretty impressive. I don't know what that's about. John's been a whiskey blender for 5 years. He's got a great sense of smell. Not so sure about his vision or his balance. I'm worried John's breath might melt the snow on Granny's house.
Oh, no.
Kids, that's why you shouldn't drink. He's going to have a headache in the morning. Peeps Tevez. Oh. Looks like a brawl in the Celtic bar. Let's see if those goggles help him on the big balls. Onto the travelator. That's nice. Oh, hang on, he's a bit wobbly. Oh, no. No, they didn't help at all. Oh, dear. So, whiskey in the John finishes in a rather good 2 minutes 17. Now, can someone get him a strong black coffee?
I think he's had one for the road.
I think possibly I shouldn't have had as many shots of my whiskey before I went round. Maybe a better idea.
Next, this is John. The second John. Okay, this could get confusing. How am I meant to tell them apart?
Do you have any beardy heroes like, I don't know, Karl Marx or Noel Edmonds?
I think you can't go any further than Henry VIII. Henry VIII is the beardiest beardy ever. He's fantastic.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. Didn't he get through 6 wives? I hope he's not planning on following suit. Actually, John II only has 1 wife, whom he recently wed, and that was the last time he actually shaved. Oh,
Oh, no!
Probably regrets the whole beard now. It'll be kind of dragging him down when it's waterlogged.
The stairs, John!
It'll take days to dry it. It's dragging him in the wrong direction.
I think all that facial hair has gone to his head.
Well, it's on his head, isn't it? Okay, the second set, same as the first. Yeah, exactly the same as the first. Another right royal soaking. John is an aspiring journalist who'll be looking to make headlines here, probably.
Maybe you could use your legs. Might actually help.
Oh, overrated. What's the point of a travelator? Right, well, we'll come back to John. Give him some time to compose himself and his beard. Let's move on to, John.
Hello.
Hold on a minute. Is everyone called John now? I'm sorry, I need to consult the diagram. Is his name John? Yes. Is he drunk? No. Does he look like Henry VIII? No, he doesn't. Then he must be John the policeman or John Prescott. Was he Deputy Prime Minister between 1997 and 2007? No? No. Then it's John the policeman. Right, sorted.
I'm a police officer, and nobody's ever got away from me yet, so that's my record, my claim to fame.
A fast, speedy copper. I've got to see this. Can we do a beep test?
Go for it.
Beep, 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 beep. What?
Was that fast
No,
enough?
you gotta run! Beep, beep.
So, Beatman John is on his, actually, rather impressive way. Wow, snowmen aren't giving him any trouble. They don't want to get arrested for obstructing an officer on duty. On to Granny's house now. She'll be glad to see a bobby on the beat, like the old days. Oh! Ow. John lives on a houseboat with no central heating, so this icy water shouldn't be a problem for him. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, hang on. 3.
Oh, John.
Oh. 4. But can he make the final leap? Wow. Impressive work from the Southampton-based copper, but no time to celebrate. He still has the logjam to go. Still looking impressive.
John, you can do it!
I think he can. No! Oh! Still 1 minute 54 is a fantastic time that puts John at the top of the snowboard. Hold on, who's this? I recognise the beard. Bob. Bill. Henry. Oh, yeah, it's John the second. Yeah. He's been on the qualifier for over 5 minutes now and looks like he's in no hurry. Hang on. He's on his feet. Can he victoriously beat the logjam? Oh, no, he's been sent down. Jump. But credit where it's due, it may not be the fastest time. Nevertheless, he made it.
Look, see, that's the thing with all that hair on your face. It's weighing you down, isn't it?
It does. I was not prepared for this at all.
As you'd expect, Beatman John is in pole position. Whiskey in the John takes third, and ballet driver Lawrence is in fifth. Rochcranian Natalie is in seventh. And right down at the bottom, there's Blue Light Ben and John the second, sadly pushing sensible nurse Sylvia out of the top 12. So far, 13 competitors have tackled the qualifier. Most of them have been called John, had beards, and been drunk. Or all three of those things at once. What's needed now is a bit of grace, charm, and poise to redress the balance. Unfortunately, the rules stipulate I'm unable to compete. So instead, here are the next three contestants. There's Dom, a personal trainer from North London.
Listen up, man. This machine is in full throttle, and I'm in it to win it. So beware.
Then there's Stephanie, rugby player and chalet bobber.
Go hard or go home.
Also saying rah is mum and circus performer Sarah from Bedford.
I know Walkover. I'm gonna annihilate this course.
So Sarah's off to visit the snowmen. Oh, rugby player Stephanie also struggling. Ow. Yeah, that's a scrum down she won't forget. Here's personal trainer Dom to show them how it's done. Ouch! Oh, well, that is one way to do it. Granny's house now. And she's met a match. Sarah's a toughie. Not toughy enough, though. Stephanie, ready for a ruck? Definitely got one. And then another one. Now she's having a rolling maul with the logjam. Nice try. Luckily that second log doesn't have a bar bit on it. It's some sort of hacker, maybe it could work. No, I spoke too soon. Let's see if Don Bell can make it. Now, out comes the same. Last chance now for Cirque du Sarah. Pretty good.
And she lands on her imaginary trapeze.
Fantastic without looking like a clown. Super work. This is Sebastian. He's what the kids call a cool dude, a hip cat, a real slick daddy-o. I don't think his cardigan fits properly, does it?
You quite literally are the coolest person I think I've ever seen in my life. What's the umbrella for?
I can balance an umbrella. Will you wear my hat?
Of course I will.
And this is going to help?
Now you're just showing off.
Nah, I didn't help. Seb and his Cardi off to Granny's. Too cool for her. He's about to meet the coolest obstacles known to man, the big red balls. Who will come out the coolest? It's always the balls. Sebastian sells his own clothing range from a market stall in London. I wonder if he does enormous waistcoats. Oh, good landing. onto his feet. Well done, a great time. Joint fastest so far today. This is Mark from Surrey. Mark's known for his monster tash, drumming and laid-back attitude to life. Warming up, I see. It's quite infectious, this whooping. Blimey, look at him go. Clears the snowman. Howling Mark howls his way to Granny's house. What traps has she got hidden? Oh! A snare in the face. You can't stop this guy. He's back up for more. And Granny gives him just that.
Is he just going to woohoo all the way around the course?
Oh, he is. He doesn't stop. 34-year-old Mark is a music lecturer, so he'll be wanting to thrash out a big beat on the big red balls for his students. Here he goes. Yeah, oh. Entertaining all the same. After that storming run, Howling Mark comes home in 1 minute 57. Howl on, final 2 to go. That's Simon carrying his wife, Sheba. Both are professional artists, and they live in their very own love shack on the delightfully named Eel Pie Island.
I'm sorry, you're not paying attention to me. What on earth are the two of you doing?
We're drawing your caricature, Amanda. This is what we do for a living. She's actually very pretty, isn't she, in real life?
Well, listen, I'm really curious now. You finished it. I want to see myself. Are we ready?
Yeah, pretty good.
I really like that, Simon.
Yes, that's what I've done with you. I'm not as fast as her, though.
I really like that too.
That's better. Here we go. Sheba's enjoying a bit of a boogie. I've no idea what Simon's doing.
Serious 70s moves there.
Afraid I've never heard of the 70s. I'm just too young. Oh, right in the pencil. Sheba's turn. Will she do better? No, no. It also hurts. Well recovered, though. What will Simon make of Granny's house? Not a lot. No.
No, he's got an eel pie in the face.
Eel pie. Now to get another artist's perspective on this. Not that different, really, as it turns out. Okay. Time for Simon to meet the art world's 4 meanest critics, the big red balls. Here he goes. Yes. They didn't think much of Simon's work. Sheba's turn. Runs along the travelator. Here we go. Oh, more harsh criticism from the balls. We didn't like it. Simon now on the logs. Gets a bosh on the head. Down another bosh on the head. And another bosh. He's just getting boshed on the head. One more log to go. Oh no! Head first straight into the water. But he's done it. 3 minutes, 6 seconds puts him in 12th place and into the next round. And he's celebrating in the wrong direction.
Over here.
As for Sheba, sadly with that time she won't be going through. I think she knows it too. But she came to do the course. Oh, even if that does mean falling off everything.
Come on, give it some. Come on.
Nevertheless, she finishes in 4 minutes 34. A noble attempt from Sheba. Let's take a look at the final snowball. Seb and Discardi and Beatman John share joint first place. Speedy Pants Aaron squeezes into 6th. In 7th, it's ballet driver Lawrence. Next on the board is Dom Bell in 10th with Cirque du Sarah and Sheba's better half Simon grabbing the last 2 qualifying spots. Don't worry, Sheba. I'm sure Simon will find a way to make it up to you. Do we have to do cartoony jokes like that? This is a serious sports-style programme.
Ham and grab for Richard. Ham and grab for Richard.
Oh, for me. It's probably that thing I ordered. Yep, very funny. Oh, wait, hang on, there is a note in here. It says, unfortunately, Lawrence had to withdraw from the competition, which means Saki Shan takes his place in ski lift. Sorry about the exploding package. Yours truly, the head of the BBC. P.S. This is your cue to say goodbye to the losers. Is it? The ski lift, improving mountain travel since 1936. Although not always the safest. But nothing wreaks havoc on a scale quite like the Winter Wipeout ski lift. 12 contestants, 12 podiums, 12 dangling handling things. Last 5 left hanging go through to the next round. Hold on to your salopettes, it's going to be a bumpy ride.
I am so in love with life today. The sun is shining, the snow is crisp and even, and the contestants are terrified beyond belief. What a perfect day. It's ski lift. Are you all ready? Yeah! 3, 2, 1.
Here's a quick who's who of who's riding ski lift. Sheba's better half, Simon.
For you, Sheba, my queen. Moritori te salutant.
Sebastian and his Cardi. And Beatman John.
What could possibly go wrong?
Howling Mark.
With the finest moustache in the land, I shall endeavour to win the prize of 10 grand.
Roch Cranian Natalie. Saki Shan. Cirque du Sarah.
Oh my days.
Good Egg Amy.
I don't like it.
And Dom Bell. Finally, there's Speedy Pants Aaron, Whiskey in the John,
This plant is full-bodied and firing. I'm sticking around.
and Dr. Smooth.
I'm going to have a few more patients to treat after this game.
No, I don't think they're interested. And they're off. Well, and they're still on, but the thing itself is off, you see what I mean? And so are the ski poles. There's a lot of bicep work in this game. Personally, I like doing chin-ups whilst being swung about and squirted with snow, I imagine. Whiskey in the John safely over. Simon just opting for the hover and hope. Natalie, safe. Dom Bell, too. Oh, Sean's been hit. And again. I think she took out Dom there. And who's this? Sarah's down as well. First to bow out was Saki Shan.
Yeah, not feeling my best at the moment. Really, really disappointed to be the first one out. I took Dom out at the same time. I don't know if she's that happy with me at the moment.
Wrong place at the wrong time for Dom. And Sarah made it a hat-trick.
Sean went off first and then knocked into Dominique, and then the sweeper came and it just like, I was just gone, basically. Face planted in the snow.
So 9 are still hanging, but the next round's got room for just 5. Natalie rolling with the punches. And now swinging. Oh, she's not letting go.
She is like a crane from Ukraine.
Dr. Smooth, being treated rough. He's crashing. Oh, we've lost him.
I guess you could compare the ski lift to the A&E room. You know, there was stuff flying everywhere and it was absolutely crazy. I guess what I need to do on is just work on my response time a little bit better.
8 remain. The next 3 to fall are out. Ski poles working well. This is Natalie. Ooh, and she's out. Very, very out.
I think my Ukrainian genes harbored my process a little bit because of the massive ghetto booty, it kind of kept getting clipped. Ukrainian bum got in the way.
The ski poles see neither gender nor race. Everyone's just fodder for them. Whiskey in the John coming round. Full body blow. He's in. Highlander flown.
I've had some hangovers and I've had some experiences in my life, but nothing compared to that. Ooh. And if I've ever deserved a whiskey, it's today.
Cheers. Just after, not before. 6 left hanging, but we only need 5. Oh, is Amy about to go?
One more, people! Just one more!
But who will just miss out on the next round? There is Howling Mark, Beatman John, Good Egg Amy, Sebastian and his Cardi, Speedy Pants Aaron, and Sheba's better half Simon. And the ski poles are getting higher now. Look at Simon and Mark go, are they glued on? Sebastian, go! All going gone! Oh!
People went in quite early around me, so I was in a good position. I almost feel like maybe I've wasted it.
Yeah, I thought maybe you did.
Just that little bit of extra height, that's all I needed.
Yeah, well, you know, I've said that. So that is decided then, the 5 going through to the next round. Why hasn't it stopped?
Last man or woman hanging.
Oh yeah, this bit is just for fun. Good Egg Amy takes a whack and cracks. Never mind, she's still safely through. This is just for fun. I'm not really sure how much higher those ski poles go. But this lot are still jumping there. Simon's suffering. Can he hold on? No, takes a well-earned dip. Sheba's proud. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he just had enough. Aaron hanging in there. Beatman John. Aaron again. Takes a ski pole to the shoulder. Howling Mark holding on for dear life. Oh, double whammy. What the first pole can't finish, the second certainly will. Just John and Aaron left there, and on next door podiums too. Ooh, John's airborne, Aaron's airborne. They both want to win this. Oh, but the phlebotomist folds.
Whoopsie-daisy.
Look how high that ski pole is. It's a miracle John made it over. But somehow he did and can rightfully claim to be last man hanging. Well done, John. Give that man a... there's nothing to give him, is there? No prize. Towel. Give him a towel. What do you get if you take Winter Wonderland and swap all the W's for B's?
Winter Wonderland.
Did? Oh, okay. Then swap the first B back to a W.
Winter Wonderland?
Then change the second N to an L, the D to an and just lose the O entirely. And what have you got? Aha! It's Winter Blunderland. There was probably an easy way of doing that, wasn't there? Winter Blunderland begins with a sickening spin in the Winter Wizzy. Then a tricky totter across lots of wobbly bits whilst dodging snowballs from Hansel and Gretel. The last man or woman across is sadly out of the competition. Then the remaining 4 do it all again. Last one across is eliminated, leaving the 3 finalists to take on the Wipeout zone.
They blunder here, they blunder there. Those dizzy contestants blunder everywhere. It's Winter Blunderland. Are you all ready?
Yeah!
That was speedy. 3, 2, 1.
So whilst they get a good spin cycle, let's remind ourselves of the 5 blunderers. First, it's Beatman John, king of the qualifier and king of ski lift. Then there's Howling Mark, who has not stopped howling. Next, Speedy Pants Aaron. Thank goodness he put some clothes on. Good egg Amy. Let's hope her luck doesn't run out. And finally, Sheba's better half Simon. He's now doing it for the both of them. And so the whirling stops, though possibly not in their heads or stomachs. Now, Aaron's off. To the left.
I nearly knocked the cameraman down.
He's first to the frosty flipper, though. Mark's joined him and stolen the lead. Crankshaft is next. Oh, Mark! Oh, took that too quickly. Yeah. Back at the start now, it's Amy. Speedy Pants is now ahead. Yes, next stop, the Roteritator. Well, not so much a stop as a spinning thing with bits on. Here we go. Ooh, and he's onto the iceberg. One more jump and Aaron is safely through to the second heat. Here we go. Yes! That was very well done indeed. Save that energy. You're gonna need it. Amy on the Roteritator now. Mark closing the gap. Now they're both on. There's traffic. Mark, what a move! Leapfrogged Amy. Amy's on as well. Mark's through simultaneously. Okay, Amy, now focus. Here comes her chance. And she's through. So that means either Simon or John is about to get axed. Simon is way back on the crankshaft. But John is headed for the iceberg and he's... No! That iceberg is, well, it's as slippery as ice. And that's really bad news for John. Because here comes Simon to steal the final spot in the next heat. Oh no! He's got it as well. They're both in the water there. But because Simon fell on the crankshaft, he has to swim back to the start of that obstacle. Meanwhile, John is a ladder ahead. Can he keep his lead? This is tense. Oh! These snowballs are just the right weight to be annoying. John takes on the Roteritator again. Just about stays on this time. Can he seal the deal? Yes, Beatman John is through, which means Sheba's better half Simon can now join his wife.
Now, what conclusion can you draw from Winter Blunderland? Because it stopped you from going all the way right now.
It's not the sort of thing an old man should really be attempting, to be honest with you. I should be sitting by the riverbank in Hill Island with a glass of wine, watching the river flow. This is insane.
Yeah, it is. Heat 2. Ah, love this song. Makes me want to dance. Oh, no, that doesn't. It's pretty sick. Oh, little reverse spin there for good measure. And Amy is first out. It was a slow start for her last time. It looked like she's picked up the pace this time. Oh, but here's Howling Mark. Watch out. Yeah. Throwing himself headfirst into this heat. Aaron and Amy. Oh, just Aaron now. Here comes John again. Oh! Aaron on the crankshaft. Looks like he's taken a knock. So does Mark, who's back at the start. But he's quickly across the frosty flipper. Looks like everybody's picking up the pace now. Everybody wanting those places. Oh, no! Mark's in trouble. That's an amazing recovery. But Aaron's onto the iceberg and just one jump away from bagging a spot in today's wipeout zone. Will he make it? Oh. But John's having a go now, and he's in. But Aaron's done it. He is through. What else happened there? Start. It was busy. As Aaron leapt, Mark also took a tumble on the iceberg, walking wounded. But all of that leaves the path clear for Amy. And Lucky Egg has got her through. She is in the wipeout zone. Just glides across the finish line there. One spot left there. Will it be Beatman John's or will it be Howling Mark's? Oh, even John admires that throw. Come on, it was good, but he's powering through and he's done it. John is in the wipeout zone. And that's bad news for Mark. He and his Tash are out of Winter Wipeout.
I thought you had strong drumming arms. What happened to those strong arms?
Oh, clumsy.
Power clearly was not in the tash after all.
I wouldn't want to answer that one.
That's that then. The finalists have been selected by fate. Fate taking the form of a lot of snow and cold water. Today's show alone has produced so many heroes, so many men and women who've risen to the extreme challenges thrown at them and succeeded in the face of extraordinary odds. It's hard to remember just how many heroes, in fact.
3, same as always.
That is a pretty big number. So let's now hear from today's heroes, each and every 3 of them.
Being one of the finalists who gets the Wipeout zone, my friends at home are going to love it. They're going to see me getting smashed on bits of this course and just be rubbing their hands in glee.
Well, I'm a fun-loving surfer dude policeman. Living on a boat, does that help? Probably a little bit. I like windsurfing and I think that's helped.
The Lucky Egg's been very good. I'm glad it's here with me in Argentina. I think this thing's been my absolute blessing.
Amy and her lucky egg, eh?
This is going to see me win the Winter Wipeout final.
I'm not going to crack a lucky egg. Dirty tactics are left at home.
The big red balls, what can I say? I made it. Chucked the bits about that.
Winter Wipeout throws you around, it twists you out and spits you out the other side. It's amazing.
I hated the ski lift. It's so scary.
The ski lift was my round. Last man standing, I was one sharp little bunny.
John, he's fit as a fiddle. He's like a springbok.
John was very impressive in the first 2 rounds and then struggled on the Winter Wonderland, so maybe he's getting tired.
Amy's done really well in this competition. She surprised me and good on her for getting here.
I am representing the girls tonight. I think I'm tough enough to beat the boys.
Aaron, I think he's been consistent throughout. Younger than I am, but I'm not scared of Aaron.
If I win tonight, I will be absolutely over the moon.
I am the fastest policeman around, so yeah, I've got a chance.
It's a bit of bragging rights, isn't it? To say, I won that, I did that.
I've not really won anything big in the past, so this is definitely the biggest thing I've won. I would have won. I was a bit confident.
It's the Wipeout zone, and it's a fairy tale here tonight. Snow White and the 3 finalists. John, he's happy. Aaron, he's bashful. And Amy, well, she's grumpy because she is the first to go.
Me and my lucky egg are going to beat those boys.
Well, hold on, Amy. You are about to be flung from the flingamajig. Oh, we have takeoff. Ow, and a landing. Great nose-holding technique, too, if you watch. Good effort. Right, the clock has started.
Oh, I do hope her lucky egg's not in her pocket because it would probably be squashed by now.
Amy is on to her first quest, climbing the North Pole. Here we go. Slipped.
Ooh, not such a good start.
No, but she's back on, taking the safe crawling approach. And that worked. Next, the icy stairs. There is no banister here, just got to hold on for dear life, as Amy's already experiencing... Yes, onto the second. The stairs really going through.
Be careful.
She is setting a time to beat, so a fall now could be crucial. Yes, she's onto the 3rd set, though, and holding on.
Come on, Amy.
Nearly at the top. She'll be halfway there. Yeah, she's made it halfway. It's downhill from here. Ooh.
Oh, careful. No.
Gotta take that next step in. It's terrifying. Come on, Amy. Oh, no. Oh.
No.
Oh, a slip plus a trip equals a pretty big dip. Amy back on and getting ready for the ice picks. Here she goes. Oh, no. No, careful. Ooh. Good recovery, and thank goodness for that. Tackles the frightsicles and heads straight for the middle. Good lass. Can she make it off the other side now? Here she goes. She braves it. That is her 3rd fall, which has cost her some time. And another ladder climb and a run down to the next obstacle, which is the snowflakes. Used to be impossible, but now technically possible, apparently. Oh no, they still look pretty impossible to me.
Oh.
It's the final climb for Amy. It has been immense, but it could still be the fastest time today. We don't yet know. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. That is the time to beat.
What a cracking job that was. It's wet. It certainly was. You had a few tumbles.
I got very winded on the catapult.
Yeah. Well, you put in another spectacular performance in a time of 4 minutes and 34 seconds.
Thanks.
It's brilliant because yours is the time to beat, Amy.
It is.
Aaron's next to go. Let's watch.
Over to Aaron.
There's no place like home. Bring it on.
No, there's not home. There's no place like flailing around in the air. That's the thing. Look. Oh, good landing. Stylish.
Wow.
So, Aaron's battle begins, making his way to the North Pole. 4 minutes 34, the time to beat. Describe that as a time that is actually beatable. Let's see. Well, no falls there. Now for the icy stairs. He's onto the first. Securing his footing. Just about. Now for the second. Oh, he's off! That is an early fall for the phlebotomist. Because he didn't reach the middle stair, it's back to the beginning, and that target of 4 minutes 34 is looking a little less beatable all of a sudden. Second attempt on the icy stairs now. He's on. Makes it to the second. Yes. And the third. And he's got to the middle. That's important, because if he falls at this time, he won't have to swim back to the start. Now just the descent. Oh, looks like he's starting to speed up. And he's cleared it. Ice picks now. Whoa! Nearly gets picked off by a pick, but grabs on.
Oh my goodness!
Onto the tricycles now, straight to the middle. Really picking up the pace now. Timing his launch. He's across. Aaron's time looking really good. Oh, it's not bad on the snowflakes either. This is amazing. Can he be only the second person to ever do them? Yes, he can. 2 minutes and 27 seconds is a phenomenally quick time for Speedy Pants Aaron. And he's pleased with it.
A bit of a cool customer out there, weren't you?
Oh, that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, well, listen. There was blood and sweat. But no tears, Aaron, because you were faster than Amy. Hard luck, my darling. Go join the others.
Well done.
Aaron, you know what this means.
Oh, 50-50.
Let's watch John.
So far, so good. Now watch me blue light the wipeout zone.
And there it is. Wow, superb dive. 10 out of 10 for execution. Looks really good. Oh. Right, swimming to the North Pole with an exceptionally fast time in his sights. He's got a lot to do. Beatman John is going to have to give it some welly on the icy stairs to beat Speedy Pants Aaron. The welly is just what he is giving it. Onto the second stair.
You know he has a record of always catching the guy he's chasing.
Having never lost a chase with a robber, the policeman looks determined to make sure he's on the winning side tonight. He's made it to the top of the icy stairs.
Come on, John!
Oh, fine sportsmanlike cheering from Speedy Pants Aaron. And it's helping, because John is doing superbly. One last jump. Yes! Looks like he's gonna make this. Yep, he's made it across with no faults. Now, this is where Aaron was super fast. Can John match his ice pick accomplishments? No, he's fallen. Just as things were starting to look really rosy for John, he fell at the third pick. He's going to have to do some criminally fast beat test type running now to beat Aaron. And he's over.
There he goes, speedy boy, speedy copper.
Waiting for his perfect moment. It's in the timing. Go. And he's cleared it again. Now for the technically possible, impossible snowflakes. The times are so close. This is going to have to be perfect. And it is looking pretty perfect. This is an incredible run. Oh my goodness, come on John. Whoa, with just 4 seconds to spare, John snatches the crowd. Yes, over to Amanda.
Oh, what fun.
You've been having fun here all day, haven't you?
It's been a great day. Still smiling.
Guys, there was 4 seconds between the two of you here tonight. John, you're always known as the copper who catches the guy he's chasing. You were chasing Aaron tonight. And you've caught him. You are the Winter Wipeout champion! Congratulations!
So, John Woodfield, the 40-year-old police officer from Southampton, is today's champion and takes home £10,000, a trophy, and maybe just a touch of frostbite. John will be returning in a few weeks for Winter Wipeout, the final. That's it for this show, but don't forget to switch over now to BBC 8 for the spin-off sister show, Winter Wipeout Uncut and Unsafe, to see all the naughty bits and cheeky words that were too extreme for tea-time viewing. Plus an exclusive interview with Amanda Byram's recently sacked dog walker, I imagine. So from Amanda and me, until next time, it's goodbye.